Thanks for watching and I appreciate you being here. This video is the challenge update for September 2022. Normally, I would have been recording this video right after the month ended, but as you know, I've been kind of busy, so I'm a little bit behind, but I'm trying to do my best to catch up now. In this video, I'm going to talk about the background for the challenge by discussing the reason behind the challenges and why I do them. I am going to do a recap of the prior month's challenge and how I did, whether I was successful or not. And then I'm going to announce the following challenge and then I'll make a prediction on how I think I'll do. But first, here's a little bit about me. Hi, welcome to my channel and I'm glad to have you here. Here's a little bit about my family. Our household consists of myself, my husband, and my toddler. My mom also lives with us, but she's not included in our finances. My husband and I both went to graduate school, but we no longer have student loan debt, fortunately. I work in banking and he works in aviation. I handle all of the family's finances and I love my role as the self-appointed CFO. I love talking about all things money, making money, saving money, investing money, and optimizing my portfolio and my finances in general. I look forward to taking you on a wealth building journey with us. I hope you enjoyed the videos and the channel as a whole, and I look forward to getting to know you. I am very open, so feel free to send me messages at any time or starting conversations in the comment section below. Here's some background on the challenges. The first videos that I made from late December 2021 when I started out on YouTube was to list all of the challenges that I wanted to do for 2022. I pick one or two challenges every month using the SMART goals principles, and SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. All of the challenges that I pick are related to personal finances in one way or another. It could be something like paying attention to your credit, spending less money, saving more money, finding better ways to invest, or things that maybe have to do with insurance. It might be directly related or indirectly related, but the goal is to optimize your finances and put yourself on a better path to wealth building and financial success. In the initial video that I did, I listed out all of the challenges for the entire year. So make sure you check that out if you're interested, even though I am almost at the end of the year. Some of these are really evergreen challenges, so even though the video is almost a year old, you can still apply a lot of the same things into the upcoming year. If you are not interested in joining me, you can always subscribe to watch my progress. Anyway, I am going to be doing them for 2023 as well, and I have been doing them all year. I'm going to be setting new goals in December, which is next month, for the upcoming year in 2023, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Here's a recap of the September challenge. The challenge was to review all of my insurance needs to make sure that they are adequate. And adequate means you are either not overinsured or underinsured, because it is possible to be an overinsured, which is a waste of money if you have way more insurance than you need, because that means you're paying premiums on things that you don't really need to have. Or you could be underinsured, which is a financial disaster waiting to happen. I made a prediction, and my prediction was that I would be successful in this challenge. My reason for predicting that I would be successful is that it's not my first time looking at it. That makes it less overwhelming. I think you're much more likely to struggle with this challenge if you don't even know where to start, if you've never had insurance before, and you have a lot of insurable interest. And the outcome was that my prediction was correct. As I predicted, I did okay on that challenge. I was able to do everything that I said I would do because I knew where to start. But I do want to do a little caveat here. It was not as easy as I thought. I thought it would be, hey, let's check it off and keep it moving. But I had some bumps along the way. If you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit the like button so the algorithm knows that it's good. And of course, subscribe for more content. If you think any of the information that I provide here might be helpful to somebody else, be sure to share it with them. And I can discuss more about that in the next section where I talk about my experience. My goal was to do an inventory of all of the assets that are worth protecting. And that means everything we own and everything that generates income. And that includes us, because our income is one of the biggest assets that we have, because it ensures that cash flow keeps coming in. We are assets ourselves. And then an inventory of all of the policies that we have. And then I would try and match them. I would see which ones are overinsured, underinsured, and which assets do we have that are not insured at all and that I need to add insurance for. The idea is to do two inventories, match them up, and essentially fix any gaps that you might have. In that process, I also had to review the coverage to see if what I had was adequate, if it made sense. I had to look at premiums and deductibles and then take actions if needed. Because if you know anything about insurance, you will know that typically there's like an inverse relationship between premiums and deductibles. Your premium is lower, you typically have a higher deductible, and if your premium is higher, you may have a lower deductible. Different people have different preferences. Each method has its merits. For example, some people feel like they are not likely to use a particular kind of insurance very often. They will pay a lower premium and have a higher deductible, knowing that they won't ever really have to meet that deductible. But if they do have to meet it, they've spent years saving money on the premiums. And then some people have the opposite feeling. It's a situation where they feel like, I might use this a little bit more often, so I would rather pay slightly more in premiums, knowing that if something happens and I need to make a claim, I won't have a really steep deductible. In my case, after I did all of those reviews, I decided that I was going to keep the coverage the same for most of everything that we had. But one of the things that I decided was that I wanted to increase life insurance policies on both of us. We are maxed out at work, and I felt like I wanted more than what we both already have at work. So we started shopping for term. Under one circumstance, I was able to add a smaller 6-figure supplemental term life insurance for my husband a few months back. And then we decided that we still wanted a little bit more. We are currently in the underwriting process for a larger policy for both of us. Coincidentally, I actually ended up having an interaction with a salesperson who was trying to convince me to buy whole life insurance, even though term would meet my needs best. That didn't really pan out. I did document my experience. I didn't record it, but I took some contemporaneous notes about my experience having a conversation with that person, all of the buzzwords that they were saying and all the things that they did and what the outcome ended up being and how we went through that process. Ultimately, the spoiler alert is no, I do not have whole life. I don't intend to have whole life, but I do want to have a conversation about that in a separate video because I feel like it was an interesting experience. With that said, this next part right here is when I would normally do an announcement for the following month's challenge, but I'm so behind on videos that the month has ended already. So I'm just going to announce the next challenge video that is going to be coming up. And that one is to make sure that all of your retirement accounts are on track to be maxed out. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. That's my next monthly challenge video, and that is the challenge that I initially set for myself to do in the month of October. But before you go, I want to hear from you as always, and I want to know some things about financial goals about you. Everybody sets financial goals, but if you're watching this video, I'm curious. Do you try to find ways to make it more fun or tolerable for you to set and meet your financial goals? Things like setting small financial goals can have a positive compounding effect on your finances without overwhelming you. I want to know, what goals did you set for yourself this year? Did you meet any of them? If you did, let us know which ones and how you did it. If you did not, that's okay too. Just share anyway, and maybe we'll have some words of encouragement. I also want to know what you think of my challenges. Do they sound manageable? Would you participate in my challenges or do some things like that on your own? Like I said at the beginning, if you're interested in joining me on the journey or you just want to watch my progress, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can know when I post new videos. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave me comments or questions on this topic or any topic really related to personal finances, whether it is my own or in general. But until then, I'll see you next time. I would like to continue sharing my thoughts on all things money with you. So I would appreciate it if you could help out the channel by liking this video and sharing it with anyone you think might benefit from it. If you want to see more content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know when new videos come out. I'll see you in the next one.